I spent thousands helping my addict brother. Then he stole my laptop and begged for more. My younger brother battled addiction for 5 years. I gave him everything: rehab, housing, money. My name is Tyler's older brother. I'm 32. Tyler's 29. 5 years ago, I lost the version of him I grew up with. We weren't just siblings, we were tight. We played video games together until late on school nights. We snuck into movies we were too young for. He was the funny one, the artsy one. While I leaned toward business, Tyler drew comics and edited videos. My parents loved us both and gave us a decent, loving home. No trauma, no darkness, just life. Then came his early 20s. It started with parties. Then came the pills. Then came everything else. 5 years down the rabbit hole. And I've been there, every step of the way, like a one-man rescue squad with a bleeding heart and an open wallet. Here's what I did, hoping I could save him. First, I paid for rehab. Not once, but twice. The first time was 4 years ago. It cost thousands, but I didn't care. He stayed the full 30 days, came out clean, then relapsed a few weeks later. The second time, 2 years after that, I paid again. Same outcome. Clean for a bit, then right back to the pit. Second, I gave him a roof. Every time he got evicted or spiraled, I let him crash at my place. Free. I bought groceries, kept the fridge full, gave him space. He brought drugs into my house more than once. I found paraphernalia in the bathroom. Once, he stumbled in, high as a kite, promising it wouldn't happen again. It always happened again. Third, I gave him jobs. I run a small business, and I used every connection I had to help him. He'd show up late, or not at all, or lose it after a week. Every time he failed, I was there, picking him up from sketchy neighborhoods, driving him to court, helping him pay off fines. I was the backup plan he never asked for, but always expected. I wanted to believe it was working, that if I just held on long enough, he'd turn around. But then, one day, I came home and my laptop was gone. I used that laptop for everything: my business, my personal files, tax documents, memories. Gone. At first, I thought I'd misplaced it. But the truth snapped into place quickly. Tyler was living with me again, and Tyler was desperate. When I confronted him, he lied, then stammered, then cracked. He admitted he'd pawned it to buy pills. I kicked him out that same night. I didn't care where he went. I couldn't care anymore. This wasn't a slip-up. This was betrayal. I had nothing left to give. Not money, not trust, not even pity. But addiction doesn't just destroy addicts. It tears through families like a fire in dry grass. A few weeks later, Tyler got arrested. Drug possession. Not his first time, but definitely the most serious. From jail, he called me. "Please," he said, "I need help. There's this rehab program. 90 days, inpatient. They'll let me go if I have a spot, but I need $8,000. I said nothing at first, because what do you say when someone lights every bridge you've built and then begs for one more plank? He said, "This time is different. I swear. I've hit rock bottom. But I've heard that before. I've believed that before. My parents got involved. My mom begged. If we don't help him now, he could die," she sobbed. Dad said, "He needs a chance. One more." They didn't have the money. I did. Barely. But this wasn't just about money. It was about the emotional wreckage, the trust, the exhaustion, the fear of enabling him again. Still, I agreed to visit Tyler in jail. I needed to see him. He looked pale, thinner, like someone who'd seen too much and slept too little. We talked through glass. He cried, apologized, said he hated what he'd become. Then he told me about something that changed everything. On his first night in jail, his cellmate overdosed, died in the bunk beside him. Right there. Cold. Blue. Tyler said it shook him to his core. "That could have been me," he whispered. "I don't want to die." And for the first time, I believed him. Because fear of death is different from shame. The last line cuts deeper. I decided to give him one final chance, but on my terms. I contacted the rehab facility directly, verified everything. Then I paid the $8,000 straight to them, not to Tyler. Before he left jail, I had him sign a contract. A real one. If he finished the program and stayed sober, we'd talk about forgiving the debt. But if he bailed or relapsed, he owed it all back. He signed it eagerly, said he was ready to change. 2 weeks later, he was out of jail and in rehab. The staff said he was doing okay, attending sessions, participating. He called me once. Sounded tired. Withdrawals will do that. But hopeful. My parents were relieved. My mom wrote him letters. I finally exhaled for the first time in months. But it didn't last. Day 47. I got a call from the facility. Tyler had checked himself out. AMA. Against medical advice. He walked away from everything. When I got him on the phone, I was furious. He said the rehab was too strict, that he could get clean on his own. Then he asked me for money. A few $100 for a sober living house. I asked for details. A name. A website. He stalled. Claimed they didn't take third-party payments. I told him no. Not again. I reminded him of the agreement. Of everything we'd done. He accused me of giving up on him. But it wasn't me who walked out of rehab. I hung up. My parents were devastated. Again. And then silence. Until 2 weeks later. The call came at 3:17 a.m. Tyler had overdosed at a friend's place. They found him unconscious, barely breathing. Paramedics revived him with Narcan and rushed him to the ER. I flew out of bed, grabbed my keys, and drove to the hospital in a blur. He survived. Barely. I saw him lying there, pale, shaking, eyes half closed. And for the first time, I wasn't angry. I was just empty. He almost died. This time, the court took over. No more family-funded rehab. He was placed in state-mandated detox and will be transferred to a public rehab facility. I didn't pay. I didn't arrange it. And I won't. Ever again. Because now it's on him. Tyler has another chance. Not because I gave it, but because he almost didn't get one at all. Maybe this is his real rock bottom. Maybe it'll stick. But if it doesn't, I've already made peace with the fact that I tried. I really, truly tried. Clapperboard, ending slate. Broken heart. Sometimes love means stepping back, not stepping in. Fire. You can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved. Speech balloon. Drop your thoughts below. Would you give your brother one more chance? Or is enough finally enough?